Never forget what helped you learn during school. What were some strategies that your teachers did that you liked or did not like? And then going into it, try to think of ways how you can either improve or even change things completely. And do not forget that you are one person. you are a person first before you are a teacher. The students see you as, of course, a teacher, but your goal is to make sure that they see you as a trusted adult, a trusted mentor. Getting to listen to your students more as often as you can really will help you establish those relationships. They're not just going to see you as that teacher who asks everyone to come sit in their desks and do their work. That's not the whole point of this. The point of education is that it's a two-way street. You can learn from your students, and it's expected that students are meant to learn from you. So being as authentically you as possible, I think the students would appreciate that, and you'll see better results on test scores.
The most important thing to figure out if you're interested in teaching is to do your research and figure out what is the right school for you. Teaching is a really difficult job. It's even more rewarding, and it's really important to find your school, your staff that will support you and allow you to take the creative freedom that this job should allow. It's really easy to want to get locked down into a textbook or doing whatever your cooperating teacher did, but having that flexibility to experiment, to try and fail in order to later succeed is incredibly important.
To counter any teacher that may have a fear or just worry about working in a high needs school is, those fears are going to be valid because you're not knowing what you're stepping into. But giving that piece of try and not stopping after you try one thing if that didn't work out, saying, well, nothing's going to work. There's been many times where I've had to try, 2 or 3 different means to communicate with a student or to help a student. And not everything's going to work with that one student. There's not a one size fits all. So just being very flexible and willing to try new things, I think that's going to be the biggest thing. That aside, once that relationship is established and developed and continues to grow, that learning environment is just going to be something that you as a teacher are going to flourish in, and so are your students. Also, patience. Patience is also very key because what may have been a need of theirs one day is not going to be a need of theirs the next day. Their lives are constantly changing, and we kind of need to change with them.
I think one of the most important things that I've learned about teaching in a high needs school is that you need to have high expectations. I think that some teachers can fall into the mindset of, I'm working in this high needs school, my students come with a lot of needs, and so I'm going to drop what I expect academically or even behaviorally. And I think that it should be the opposite. Our students in our high needs schools are just as capable and ready and eager to excel. And I think that should impact how you teach, how you talk about them, how you talk to them. And how, when we set those high expectations for students to be able to achieve, to have rigorous instruction, to be critical thinkers, and when we set those high expectations, students will meet them. And so that's just my most important, certainly the thing that I've learned the most is that I have to continually believe that my students can achieve, and then they will.